Okay, so today's topic is significant figures. A significant figure helps you determine how accurate a measurement is. So when you take a measurement, the accuracy can depend. Accuracy is how close to the actual number your measurement is, okay? So if I say I measured 10 liters of water, or if I say I measured 9.9 liters of water, 9.9 would be more accurate than 10. Unless I say I measured 10.0 liters, that 0.0 gives it more accuracy. And there's rules for determining how many significant figures are in a measurement. So I wanted to go through those rules with you. Most of them have to do with the number 0, because zeros are a little complicated when it comes to significant figures. So the really easy part is that all integers numbers 1 through 9, they're all significant. They all count. So if I ask you how many sig figs, significant figures, sig figs, are in the number 1, 2, 3, 4, all of those numbers count. So there are 4 sig figs in the number 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, there's like a fly on my wall. It just distracted me. All right, the problem comes in with zeros. So the only thing I can tell you is that you'll get used to it the more you practice it. It's like when you learn something, anytime you learn something new, whether it's English, math, science, whatever, it's really like, oh my gosh, what are those rules again? But then as you keep doing it, you remember them more easily. So rule number 1 for zeros, if zeros are in between non-zero numbers, they count, they're significant. So if you have 100, then the 2 zeros don't count. But if you have 101, 101, actually, maybe I can't share both screens at the same time. You know what, I'll run through the rules first and then I'll do some examples so that at least on the screen you can see what the rules are. Okay, so zeros that are between non-zero numbers, they count as significant. Rule number 2, zeros appearing in front of all non-zero numbers are not significant. They don't count. So you can have 0.000000001. None of those zeros count because they come before the number 1. But, you know what? Maybe I'll jump back and forth. Now I'm going to jump back and forth. Okay. All right. So if I have 0.000003, none of these zeros count. But if I have a 0 that comes after the 3, that counts. If I go back to, go back to my desktop. Okay, rule number 3, zeros at the end of the number and to the right of a decimal. That's important. Go back and forth, back and forth. You know what, maybe I'll just show you by example. Okay, so oh my gosh, it takes forever to erase. All right, so first we have something simple, 100. There's no decimal there, so those zeros don't count. They might come after a 1, but there's nothing on the other side of those zeros, so they don't count. They will count if you put a what? It's a new note program I'm trying to use. Sorry. Okay. Does that? Nope. There we go. Hey, what? Stop. All right, that gives me a little place for my wrist to rest. Oh my God. No. Can I just put a dot? Okay. I hope you guys are laughing because I feel really dumb. Anyway, okay, so if I put a decimal to the right of those 2 zeros, now they do count. Okay, so no decimal, don't count. Decimal, count. And even more than that, if I add another 0 afterwards, that counts too. And then even if I have other numbers after that, 2, 3, whatever, all of the zeros now count. Okay? If I do 101, this 0 looks like lol. That makes me laugh. If I can't stop laughing at that. All right, let me put another number there. Because that 0 is in between non-zero numbers, that 0 counts. So in this number, there are 4 significant figures. Oh, my dog's like whining at me because he wants attention. Okay. What else? Zeros that come in front. These do not count. I think I said that already, but just to review, these do not count. But if I add more zeros afterwards, these zeros do count. These still do not count. The ones afterwards count. Okay, I'm hoping that's not too confusing. If I go, I'll just add a new page. Okay, let's go with 3, 2, 5, 0, 1, 0. Okay, if I have this number, how many significant figures are there? So you look at their 0. This 0 is in between 2 non-zero, so they count. This one it also counts because it's to the left of a decimal. This one also counts because it's to the right of a decimal. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those are 8 significant figures in that number. Hello, Jordan. My dog's name is Jordan. And he's really jealous of my computer right now. All right, now if I lop off the decimal and those 2 numbers after the decimal, how many sig figs are there? This 0 counts because it's in between 2 non-zero numbers. This 0 does not count because it's to the right of non-zero numbers, but there's nothing else afterwards. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sig figs in that number. Thus endeth the lesson. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, please do not hesitate to send me a line message or to call me or whatever. Okay? Bye.